Man, my
And by lovely,
is,
I mean terrible. But
my solution is once you aren't able to do it easily in Excel, then that's where coding comes along.
Well,
Coding.
that's what most of the championship people do is they literally recode Excel.
Oh, coding.
Yeah.
I thought you said coning, like when you like neuter a
Coning?
dog. I was like, what is coning? What's that stuff?
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Dreamlands. My name is Philip, and I am long lost Lauren. I am surrounded by players, although not on the lower diagonals.
so you,
I mean, this is how it ends for you, Philip. I just want you to know.
What is?
We have you surrounded.
Yeah.
Put the dice down.
I don't care. I can boot all of you. I can boot you and mute you.
He's been waiting for this.
Nah, it's great. There's something about when there's 6 players and there's just one below me, because I move myself to the middle in that. I don't know, it feels rude to be like raining down on
That makes
everyone.
sense.
But then when there's 7 players and there's 8 windows, or then if there's 8 and 9, then it's just like,
It feels
Who's the
rude
one
to rain down on us, says the man who says I can boot you and mute you.
I can boot you and mute you, baby.
And he's done it.
who
I've done
is
it.
the person
Specifically
you're
to
lording
me.
over?
I've muted Lauren on some hilarious occasions. I did mute Dan once.
You know what, though? It's just because
I'm
he plays
surprised
with
only
little
one.
toys.
You are so misreading the tone of
Are you
everyone else, Lauren. Everyone in you start making fun of what I'm sure we did a whole game. 4 of the people here were happily Lego characters. 2 of the people in this are Legos. So when I hold up their Legos, you're making fun of them,
It's so
not me.
cute that you have so much fun with your friends and your toys.
She just doesn't get it. You don't. Isn't your voice? Shouldn't you be on vocal rest right now? Why are you even here? See? Look, she's coughing. She can't do
Yeah,
this.
I know.
No, she's
fine.
resting.
Oh, she's resting.
My brain is shut off. That's how I rest.
There you go. How's everyone
body-
doing tonight?
Totally.
Tired. Hey, you know what's really cool is that despite voting to never do it again, I distinctly remember proudly voting and saying never again.
Well, you keep it like this.
I don't care which one we keep it as.
No, you keep this one.
What are you talking about? What?
Daylight saving.
Oh,
Just end this. I don't. If
We
we're.
should end it
I
now.
don't care which one it is forever. It just has to be one or the other.
yes,
we
I'm in
need
the
to
same
end
boat.
it because the spring forward messes me up like no other.
I
Lou,
think.
they stole an hour from me. Give me my time back. The government stole time from me.
I
Well,
feel
you
like
get it. You get it back in the fall.
Yeah.
I know,
a
but
loan.
It's a
hour.
deposit. You've made a
Yeah.
security
But
deposit on this hour.
Yeah.
As long as
but
you
I
don't
want it back now.
As long as you don't
But I
destroy the
think-
hour, you'll get it back.
But this is the ideal place to stay is now, right? Because then it's not dark at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
Ever.
All I know is since I keep track of stuff out of the country that don't adhere to DST, that just messes up all of my timings all the time.
Oh, well, also
Yeah.
there's
All
just
mobile
random
games,
states
disaster.
that don't acknowledge it. Like Arizona doesn't, right? Is
Yeah.
it Arizona?
Yeah.
No.
Arizona doesn't.
Why?
I don't think Maine does either. So
think
it's
we
just
should
like
stop.
random states also don't do it.
But I do think that if, as a state, if somebody correct me, I may be backwards on this, but I think this is correct. As a state, you cannot do daylight saving, but that means you're not on what we're on now. You're on the one that gets
Correct.
dark early. That one, any state is allowed to do. What you can't do, you have to have federal approval to stay always on saving time.
Let's do it.
This
and
is
that it's just that will
it
never
is,
happen.
and the rest of the world, like many things in America, stares at us and goes, "What are you doing?" Because all of a sudden, when we're recording, when we have people in, like when I have clients in Poland, they're like, "Why did our schedules all change?" Right? Like, why did our recording schedules all change? Why did we start an hour earlier today? Because R9 is now suddenly just an hour earlier for them. Like,
You know what? I'm going to argue that that's what freedom means, guys. We do whatever the fuck we want with our time.
except that
And-
KJ, no one here wants it. It's more
Pierce-
American
Because
than
y'all are
that
some
we are
un-American sons of
dictated.
bitches.
Pierce,
Why?
you're misunderstanding because, as one of our founding fathers would have explained, and we shall have 2 different times. We shall switch between them. One time we will spring forward, another time we shall fall back.
Yes.
Why does that sound like more like a commandment?
And it should be
rather than-
called daylight saving time. But everyone will say savings time. We won't correct them, and we never will.
You'll probably the S for my cold.
Probably
dead
should
aunt Connie.
correct them though, right?
Impossible. But some states won't do it.
Well, shouldn't we just like make something uniform between everything?
And the states that don't do it won't make it clear which states aren't doing it. So when you travel into them, the time might be different. And maybe your phone will know, or maybe it won't. And they never will.
Sounds like madness.
It's liberty. So anyway, that's just me, Pierce, and Kevin riffing further on our favorite SNL sketch of many of the
That was
past many
good.
years. But it really
I
seems
just
like
put-
one he could have talked about there.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
That was an SNL reference, and man, I haven't seen that in years.
Yeah.
We should
that-
get
You
rid
should
of all
watch
the
that
U's
one.
from British spellings,
Yes.
but by God, we will keep the U in the spelling of glamour. Just glamour. Well, it's so. What's a fun thing about this game is we have never had the same lineup, and we've definitely never had the same lineup week to week. But it's possible we've never even had the same lineup 2 times. Last week, our heroes ventured to CC7722 once again to the offices of Superstar Duel, where Asha mastered the game, glamored as a human, and Dominic and our dear Nova threatened Dracula directly. They didn't. I mean, Dominic sort of threatened it, but basically, they scheduled a meeting with Dracula to occur whenever they head to the Usheron Rift. As far as what the actual mission there was, it was determined pretty conclusively that it was Dracula. Dracula was messing with CC7722, something that Henry Lovestone has told you guys is a very dangerous thing because CC7722 can change the so-called superstar universe, which can in turn massively affect the multiverse. So what happens, the way they tell stories there affects the world, and that is kind of a complicated thing, which means periodically this very not grounded group will have to go to a very grounded world, in which case DJ3 is somehow the voice of reason and sanity, and that is a position none of us want to be in.
Nobody wants this.
If you had told me halfway through academia that DJ3 would be the voice of reason at some point, I would have laughed in your fucking face. Like,
And it's
Very
great
reasonable man.
because even though Corinna and Dominic in many ways are like voices of reason and like kind of keeping things on the stuff, and like Corinna is a very whatever. When Corinna was in CC7722 at a dinner, she and Dominic were talking about how dragons and giants were real and confusing to put upon Chef, and DJ3 had to like try to correct them, and then they both went into dreams.
I'm telling you, Dominic has never made one joke. He is stone cold serious in all of his dealings.
Oh
He's
no! What
all-
did I say? Joking? I mean, they were literally. You said it was a Monday where they're like, got it. So only dragons and giants. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was part of
No
it.
Fae. Good.
Yeah,
No Fae.
Thank God, no Fae. So, in any case, there are a lot of open threads, and I am very sorry to those of you who diligently voted all week for the Lantern in the Gate, our longest, the Susan Lucci of our missions. The Lantern in the Gate, that may be a reference none of you guys get. The point is,
Nope.
The Lantern in the Gate, Susan Lucci was like nominated for like an Emmy like for like 20 years and didn't win one. Like every year she'd be nominated and never win for the daytime Emmys. No. This is literally zero from any of you. Wow. Okay. Sophia, do you get my Susan Lucci reference out there?
It's
Do you want me to say
soap?
yes?
It's got to be a soap, right? She's on what? She's on like
It's
General Hospital.
daytime,
or
yeah.
Yeah.
Days of Our Lives.
Days
I'm
of- yeah, I
telling-
was gonna say Days
you
of Our
googled
Lives.
it, didn't
I
you?
don't watch the nighttime enemies. Hell, am I watching the daytime enemies?
Yeah. Anyway, the point is, I think she eventually did win, so it's kind of not fun.
All my children.
All my children. So in any
Your
case,
children?
the point is, we have voted so many times for the Lantern in the Gate. I'm going to say this also just to everyone. I also want to point out that this group, like Pierce and KJ participate. Kevin occasionally will jump in. Lauren occasionally will jump in. The others do not, and that's great. But for anyone who does participate, just be aware you get to vote once per day while there is an active thing. Early on, I said you get 3 votes this week. That's just because it was a short week. So if you ever think you're not spending all your votes, please vote. Vote every day if you so choose. In any
You won
event,
in 99.
You should vote though. It's your right. Make your voice
exercise
heard.
your right. That being said, the lantern in the gate has been on there since literally since week 2. So it has lost 5 times now. Is that correct? It lost 2, 3, 4, 5, and today 6. Oh, sorry, lantern at the gate. Maybe you'll never make it. But so
Eventually.
rather than looking into that guy Orlando, who by now we don't even remember because he was only in episode 1. So
I did get his name wrong almost 3 times
Yeah, you
while
said-
texting you today.
I'll tell you
I
what
said-
Pierce said. Pierce texted me and I said, "We're heading to the killing fens." And Pierce said, "Suck it, Fernando or Lorenzo." And then later said, "Sorry, Mr. Stitched." Yeah. Lorenzo's oil. So basically, here we are. There is also another one that personally I would argue if you guys would have been the most focused on what's going on, you would have followed up the huge lead you got 2 weeks ago in the fighting game round, where Asha did some good fighting and Treason had a narrow loss in a very heartbreaking thing in the puzzle fighter mini game, in which you guys
Let her
found
do what
out-
she's good at.
Yeah, you guys found out about Betty Bilebelcher. We're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, she's hiding out in the Usheron Rift. Not only is she there, now Dracula will meet you there. So a lot's going on.
We were
whenever you guys go
told
the
not
Kingdom
to go
by the
there.
Sea.
Yeah, Henry did tell us.
Not to
Henry
go there.
suggested it would be tough, but I didn't realize the voting public would be like, let's not. I assumed they'd
But
be like,
you know
cool,
that-
hard mode.
Billion wants to go to the fight immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fair.
But
So
it'd only be better for him if we could also get Maisie there. So maybe
fair,
once.
yeah. Can we goad Maisie into also going there? Perfect. So in any event, despite these various hangups, we are now instead going on a new. So basically, just like last week, just like our first week, just like week 2, we are heading on. This is more of some kind of like observe what's happening going after a weird thing. Does anyone, Asha, I can't tell if you want to say anything, if you want to voice your displeasure, or not that you can imply you have
Nope.
displeasure, but it looked like you were about to say something and I don't want to.
Nope.
I silence enough women on other games, so I try to give people a voice here.
Was it Rolling Luck? Did you want to do that?
Oh yeah, everyone please roll luck. Great point, DJ3. And remember, DJ3, you do get an extra point on whatever your luck ends up being. So everybody
almost
please roll
forgot.
4d8. And we'll see what our luck is.
That was a rough one, Philip. I might have to go.
Which one was the rough one?
You say you silence
You should
enough
mute her right now.
women.
Oh, that would be
You
really
should
good.
not, because it's International Women.
International Women's Day was
International
3
Women's
days
Day.
ago.
I
yeah.
know.
3 days ago.
Hey.
We're celebrating Women's History Month, and you're saying you're gonna mute the female players in your game?
I say I silence a lot of women, and it's a Lauren.
Well, no, that's not true. You said you silence enough women.
Oh,
the
I silence-
appropriate
Enough-
amount.
I silence enough women on other nights. I don't
The
have
exact
to do it.
right amount.
I am all good on silencing.
No
women.
more, no less.
I got 2 3s.
Congratulations, you have 4 luck for the day.
Yay.
4
Do
luck
I
for
get
the day.
power back? Do I have power back?
Everyone is at full power.
Oh, I got 2
Oh.
8s.
You have 4 power. Or you have 4 luck for the day.
And
Need to
I'm also at 4.
Great. Dominic, how
I
are
have
you
4.
luck wise?
2 2s.
Great. 4 luck for the day. Hey, DJ3, how are you doing?
I rolled 3 8s.
You rolled 3 8s.
I
Whoa!
Well, guess what? That means you have 6 luck for the day.
did. Woo! Just the lucky guy. Let's go to the casino.
Well, if you find one where you're going.
Although
Ah,
I have a question. Philip. If we do go to a casino, and Kevin doesn't win,
Mhm.
does he
Possible.
lose this extra luck feat?
it's possible.
Ooh, that's an interesting thing. Yes,
Let's go to a casino, guys.
I
Did you-
suppose that if
Yeah.
you
Let's
lose at a
go.
casino, you would lose your lucky status.
You said I have 3 or 4 luck. Sorry.
You have 4 for the day. 4 luck for today.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry.
That's great. Yes, Kevin. If you lose big at the casino,
Don't have to worry about it. Not going to happen.
yeah. But if you here's what it'll be. If you lose big, you will go down to below what they are.
Oh,
When you do luck, your starting point will be a 2. If you win big, you'll click up another one.
what if it's a sure thing though?
If it's a sure thing, hey, if it's a sure thing, that's just good gambling.
You can't lose then, right?
Can't lose.
Yeah.
It's gonna
So
be
you just got to bet on the sure thing.
Oh god.
Oh,
Now,
that being said,
now I want to roll a luck character in Fallout New Vegas now.
there you
That'll
go.
be fun.
Dang it.
That being said, tonight's game is not centered around any kind of sort of casinoing, and there may be gambling where you're going, but it's not really the mission you're going on, because so once again, rather than sort of following up any of our leads, we are heading to kind of do some, like, checking on what's happening, some ranging, some investigating, as in a world called Univox, which is in the Wish World cluster, a place you've already ventured to before when you went to Ramono in our very first mission, Have Wedding Will Travel. This time you are heading to Univox, specifically to the Killing Fens of Jenda Sul. These Killing Fens, as they're called, are swamps, and I think I posted this, but I'll let you guys know this is the information you will have sort of as characters. Henry would have given you. This is a sort of swamp area that has a overall chaotic good energy to it. It is sort of a bastion of resistance, the swamps of resistance, some people call it. This is a plain Univox that is ruled over by an evil angel named Zerakiel. And this angel, sort of, the reason the plane is called Univox is that everyone there has a sort of telepathic understanding. Deception is virtually impossible in this world because people will know if you're lying, because you are always sort of connecting to them directly. A large part of this is because Zerakiel's biggest problem, and the sort of the fury that Zerakiel had, it was the wish of this angel who actually does this, is why everyone has this telepathy. It's because of devils who would make contracts but be tricky about them. And the angel was like, that's like evil on, because it's like, how can you be lawful when you're tricking? And it just was, too much. So he hated that. The point is, there is a sort of a Robin Hood energy in these swamps. People there are, kind of like trying to, fight against the feathered man. And the swamps specifically protect everyone from the scrying of the angel. So it's an area where the angel doesn't always know what's going on, or can't know what's going on there. So that's the idea of the Killing Fens, the Killing Fens of Jenda Sul, and it is called the Killing Fens not because killing happens there, it's because the swamps are very dangerous, and it's like you can step into them, the fens will suck you down and kill you, is the vibe. You are venturing to this place because a mysterious vessel has appeared, and Henry is not sure, though it might wind up being a total false alarm. It is just some very weird wish that somebody in the Wish World cluster has made, somebody from Wish World, from Mondevue. Henry thinks it is more likely that it is a multiversal incursion, and therefore you guys need to look into it. So, with all that in mind, and with and also last week, I'm jumping around in this recap, but last week it ended with DJ3 basically saying, guys, we got to buy this company. We're putting an offer in on that company. So you may 100% follow up on those points if you want to Henry.
Yeah,
it's a great reason to go to the casino.
There you go. In any event, with all of that in mind, with treason, with Filion, with Quill,
yes,
all here ready to go, we will jump into today's episode of the Dreamlands as our party sort of gathers here in the park. 2 days have passed. Henry has been doing a lot of sort of research on things, and as he sort of appears in the park and sort of begins summoning everyone together and says, all right, so what is Nova? Nova is... Okay, Nova wants to have some quiet time with her lamb. Is everyone else available for a mission? Because we have a lot of things to do, so...
yeah, did you raise the money?
Raise the money. Oh, to purchase... I'll tell you what, DJ3. I shall, once you have gone and had your little tete-a-thing with Dracula, if it seems like purchasing that thing out from under him is a good idea, I can devote some resources to that. I have not yet done so. All right.
So you didn't do your homework.
No, I've done my homework. I've just had more. There's more pressing homes to.
The actual audacity of
Right.
DJ3 to accuse someone of not doing their homework.
Look, sometimes you got to do it, or others have to do
Or
it.
just pay some nerd to do it is probably what you would do. Yes.
Well, they don't really pay.
So in any case, the answer to that is I can see us going down that road if a conversation with Dracula bears any sort of fruit. Understood? So maybe if you care about that so much, you should have voted for it.
We vote for things.
Well, you don't, but some people do. In any event,
I was under the impression that you were the monarch. And that's why you tell us where we go all the time.
Oh no, he's not. He's not.
But you're not the Don of this whole
the
operation?
dawn of the. I am more akin to what Dominic is saying than yes, I am certainly no royalty, at least not here. Now.
You said your name was Henry.
Yes.
You're a Don? Don Henry?
Oh, I knew a Don Henry.
I know. Sometimes, Philly, and my mind is not quite plastic enough to understand what you're saying. I don't have the plasticity of mentality. Hello, Treason. Are you speaking today, or are you in another stupor?
Everything is very confusing here still. I feel
It's
very
live.
small.
Yes, you are very small here. I do apologize for that. But
What?
glad you have a bit of self-awareness today, so that's wonderful. So
It's a little bit better today, that's for sure, but it's still weird.
perfect.
You'll get used to this whole multiversing thing. Look at me. I just blend into all the multiverses now. Ever knows that I'm.
Well,
out of
we
place.
are going to a place where actually none of you will have to
Right.
sort of hide your identity, so that is a good thing. Although some of
Excellent.
you will be curiosities to those there.
Am
Dominic,
I piloting the man again?
no, today you can go as yourself, I think. Unless, do you want to? I think you can just go as yourself today.
Very good.
Yes. Oh
Yeah,
yes,
I
Treason, you
piloted
weren't
it.
here last week when Filiad was placed into a robot and piloted it to be a normal person.
I heard,
That's a
and
thing
that
on
sounds terrifying.
It's a thing on
piloted
But it's
some
like a
Dan
ship, so
Stevens.
you were just kind of like
It is a ship,
piloting
yes.
your own ship.
Well, the
You know?
the thing I was considering and may still do, if there's ever a week where that is called and you're both here, you guys might have to Pacific Rim it and be in there together, like the mind link.
Do it.
Sounds like a new dice system, though.
We're definitely drift compatible.
Oh no, each one will just roll half of their collective dice pool.
Oh no.
So if you guys roll
Oh
6
my
dice,
God.
one roll 3, and they'll
How it
compare
works is
maximum.
And
one
you
of
have
them
to match
controls
with
the
each
arms,
other?
one of them controls the legs,
There you
and
go.
you just get some crazy situations.
Just
there.
fall.
Yep.
And this week your mission is a dance competition. You're playing Twister. All right.
Asha ready. Asha ready.
All right.
But
so,
what if I cannot reach the mat?
well, you'll be in a body that. Never mind. All right. So, here's the mission for today, everyone. There has been what I am. There is I would say there is probably a 10% chance that I am wrong, and this is simply a very strange wish that has been cast. But in the realms of Wishworld, where some of you have already ventured for the sort of wedding, the royal wedding of Ramono, you're going to a completely different material plane in Wishworld. It is called Univox. You all need to be aware that though no one can go into your mind and dig out information, you will not be able to deceive anyone. So if you don't want to reveal something, simply say nothing, because they will be able to pick up on the lie of your thought. It is a telepathy.
What if you think the lie is true?
If you believe the lie is true, it is a possibility, but I think the question you're really asking, you're not that good a liar, DJ3.
I beg to differ.
Well then give it a shot and see if someone... What you probably won't even provoke offense if you try to deceive someone. You will probably provoke surprise. Someone will say, they'll be like, are you actually trying to lie to me right now? You know I can read your mind. So, this is Univox. To that point, one thing they will know about all of you, again, unless you are a much better actor or deceiver than I believe any of you are, they will know that you are not from there. So I would urge you not to try to hide that you are visitors from elsewhere. They won't necessarily be able to tell that you're not from within the Wishworld cluster, through which travel is much simpler. They might think that you are simply,
Yeah,
Are you sure
I think
about
they
that?
might tell.
We tend to stick out.
They will probably assume that you are the creations of some sort of wish. I wish my little toy was alive. Oh look, it's alive now.
What a waste of a wish.
Hold on. Will we be able to mind read?
You
If we
will
follow their
know,
rules?
yes, you will sort of hear their thoughts in your mind. You'll get extra sort
Interesting.
of understanding of it. But you can't go into someone's mind and get information.
I get it. Does that mean these little guys, they don't have a brain, technically, according, same brains as us? Is that?
No, they
Excuse me.
They do have brains. Their brains are simply a sort of a stud of ABS plastic.
Huh.
I'm gonna warn you all.
You just made the
You don't wanna
existential
go in
crisis come
there.
back.
Yes,
Wanna
please.
do it.
I would urge you all, don't go into Filian's mind.
Well, now I kind of want to see what's.
I
How bad
promise
could
you
it
don't
be?
want to go in
It's
there.
not like you've seen your family die multiple times, right?
He's at least seen like 5 wives die.
So there's
I think it's
3.
5, right?
There's 3 wives. The 4th no longer exists, so we don't count her.
What?
She was sort of deleted from time.
Interesting.
I think
Asha
that-
will lean over to whoever his next turn, just be like, he definitely killed his wives.
I really hope.
Turn one into a chair.
God, Asha, I really hope that. Actually, tell you what. Roll a d8.
2.
The person next to you is Filian. That's who you said it to.
Oh, okay.
Technically, no.
Technically. You have what it takes
You
to be a
don't-
mobster there.
Didn't you turn one into a chair?
The children, some of them were my fault. That is true.
All right. Well,
The more you learn about his wives and his family life, the more you don't want to know. Just leave it at that. You don't want to know about any of it.
I was. The whole point of reaching there, I was trying to get a sex doctor. In any case,
What now?
we,
Oh, I know a sex doctor.
I'm aware, Filian.
Wait, I know one too.
I know
Oh.
you do treason. Apparently, he was just positioned slightly. Anyway, the point is, I've grabbed the 2 of you, and you've proven invaluable so far. Now, when you go to Univox, you are on the lookout for a vessel in the Killing Fens, very dangerous area, of Jendar Sul. These swamps are very treacherous, so try not to get sucked down into them by anything.
A vessel
they're
like a boat?
What's that?
A vessel like a boat?
My divinations, I have been trying to be careful using too much divinatory power in case I'm giving anything away to those who seem to be able to avoid my gaze. So, I have not probed too deeply. I have seen what appears to be a vessel. It might be simply a boat. It might be more a vehicle that Asha is more familiar with, some kind of spacecraft or interdimensional craft. It may be more technologically advanced than the area around it, or it could just be a strange-looking boat. I simply don't know.
Okay.
So, I would love for you all to go there and determine if it is from a different multiverse, and if it's a problem, try to sort of avoid it from, us.
Take it out.
Well, if it is evil, then maybe take it down. But otherwise, if it's sort of, it might be someone lost. It might be an explorer. Who knows? So the point.
And then we raise money to buy the company.
I can raising money from some other plane won't happen. You have to have CC7722 money, and I can raise that provided yes, Corinna.
Oh, I was just going to say it would be important for us to have enough funds for whatever might come up.
Well, I don't want to give you all too much money when you go to the Killing Fens because there are hero bandits there, and if you have money and they can sort of sense from your mind that you're carrying great wealth, they will try to rob you so that they can sort of, redistribute
But we have a pirate.
True.
Oh, hoods. I know how to deal with them.
They're like the forest men from where you're from. Yes, Asha.
Does the tablet work yet?
What tablet?
The with Asha game.
No, Asha, your game sadly it only works if you are connected to the Wi-Fi of CC7722.
We have to buy the company first, Asha,
Not-
and then it'll work.
So
DJ3, you have an unhealthy obsession with obtaining things.
so it not work in
It's business.
where are we going?
Where you're going is not the same realm, yes, so it will not work there either. It won't be able to connect. It won't be able to connect to the servers that now. If we buy the company, then yes, DJ3, you could assign one server that we could sort of infect with something so it could be played
I've
here.
got a question.
You go by all means, Dominic.
What is a Wi-Fi?
That is a good question.
See, you just start to just let him talk, and then you just kind of don't listen, and you just let it kind of go over your head, and then you don't ask
Hey,
questions.
look, I'm trying to get this multiverse
Because the last
thing
time you-
in-
It's a member of the
Every time you ask
dragon
questions,
family.
you get
Then
told
the
you're a
quest-
minifigure, so
Okay.
I don't understand.
Then the question would be, is this Wi-Fi relevant to what we are doing? Is it relevant to what we are currently trying to do?
It is not relevant to today's mission, but it is something that Asha cares about greatly. Dominic, for your reference, think of Wi-Fi as a private radio network that only certain receivers can find.
Oh, ham radio. Okay, I know that.
Sure, fair enough. So, I didn't know they could make radios out of ham. So, as you all are heading here, do we all understand the conditions of the mission for today?
Not
Got it.
especially, but that's true most of the time.
Fair enough.
Don't blend in.
Do any of the grown-ups
Don't-
understand the mission for today?
Yes.
Blend in.
Yes.
Don't sink in the swamp.
Okay.
Maybe you should summarize.
I feel
No
like
lying.
The others.
DJ3 just... And what is it you're looking for, DJ3?
The ship. The vessel.
Perfect.
And
That is
Wi-Fi.
And Wi-Fi, yes.
You won't find Wi-Fi here. I suppose
Now
there's
with
a-
that attitude.
There's a very, very limited chance that you would find Wi-Fi in the ship.
Oh, please,
If the ship
don't.
somehow had a Wi-Fi router on it. If it
Don't.
Asha find.
No, I doubt there would be.
If
So,
it's like a ham radio, they would have radar on a ship, right?
okay, so, in any case, thank you all so much for your mission. And I will continue sort of looking into some other things, but I do have a good sort of a perspective on some of this. There seems to be there's talk of it. There's this one realm I can't really look at, but apparently there may be a new arcane abomination there, and I'm unable to sort of. I can't peer into the Dreadlands without learning too much, but there may be a new arcane abomination in the Dreadlands, which means many things. So the point is, I would need you all to be very careful on this mission and see to this so I can see to other things. Very good.
Got it.
Sure.
Good.
Aye, Captain.
Then
Is there gambling at this place?
I do not believe the Killing Fens of Jendar Sul are known for gambling. I'm thinking off the top of my head other places in Univox. Neither would be the Pudding Pits of Victic. The Bubble does not have... There is one telepathy dead zone called the Bubble where people can go and not have their minds read. So that's a place that would be... There's also a place called the Quagmire Noir, and I do believe there would be...
Noir, you say?
gambling there. But if you get sucked into that, it is almost impossible to escape. The only way out is through sincerity. So I urge you not to go to the Quagmire Noir. All right. This predated this predated the Noir book and everything. When we created this place. So there you go. All right. Well, Dominic, Corinna, you've both led missions for us using the sort of dream journal. I think Dominic, you currently have it, so either of you can sort of hold on to that if you wish. I know that Dominic has. I'll let the group decide who should be the leader of this. I know that Dominic, on a few occasions, has maybe ripped a page out earlier than the rest of the group were interested in and cut things off short. But all your missions have been successful, so I'll leave that up to the group. But good luck dream walking, and I look forward to hearing your report.
I'll just hand it to Corinna regardless because I don't understand this whole multiverse thing at all yet.
Thank you.
Perfect.
She will tuck it away.
I think Treason should take it.
Can she even hold on to it?
No.
Would it shrink for me
It
if
would
I
not.
take it?
No, sadly, it would be. That would not, unfortunately.
I could just hold it like this.
He could create a different one that was a Lego one for you and Filian, but he's
Then why don't you?
it's already 8:17.
Would the
But
would the
why?
Lego book just be like an
Really
instruction?
Alright,
humanist
moving
of
on,
you.
moving on. Corinna will just
It
head.
could be an instruction manual. Yes.
That's what it would be.
Oh my god, it's an anatomy book. It shows how to put me together. Nothing but building schematics and anatomy. Oh look, I didn't realize that sharks have two parts. They have their body and their jaw. All right.
Yeah.
So, Corinna, if you're leading the group, let's go ahead and just roll. So my god, so someone roll something. Give me just a navigate track as you move out into the area out there.
Where?
It's under
Oh,
your
yeah, great.
intellect.
Perfect. No matches.
Understood. So, it is the usual meandering sort of vibe. You guys are sort of walking for what seems like a while. Maybe people are explaining Wi-Fi. Maybe Filian is explaining how Wi-Fi. I heard you saying it's a type of dragon. Yeah, that's solid. The point is, as you guys make your way through the Dreamlands, sure enough, without realizing it, you find that the terrain has changed considerably. And in this case, rather than kind of going to just a weird other sort of terrain, you actually find that you are making your way through swamps. Through sort of a thick, sucking bog. Your feet catching in the mud as you go. I assume that Filian and Treason are either riding on Skoo or being carried.
Yes.
Can I rock the skates to not sink?
That is true. You do have flying skates. I forgot about that. So yes,
Yeah.
you are. Yeah, so basically, DJ3 is kind of skating above the fray as the rest of you are going through the quagmire. Asha, you, however, would not be impacted because there are areas of Endor that are like this, and you're able to get through.
Not a paved road in sight.
Yeah.
Oh man.
For Asha.
Yeah,
Road
that's
sites,
it's
never.
you know, yeah, it's Star
Never.
Wars familiar because the roads, no matter how space age, muddy road. So as you make your way through, as you guys make your way through this area, sure enough, you now begin to find that things are growing a little darker in that way that you always know is. The way that you always know indicates you are coming to the edge of, like, in this sort of, like, liminal dream space of an active dream being held by something.
We haven't seen anything in this dream.
So far, you're just getting to the edge of it. But as you know what, you're good at it. Why not? Let's let some rolls occur. Let your bionicle eye.
All right. Ooh.
You're so high. How is
Ooh.
it an ooh, or is it a good ooh?
It's a good ooh. I have 2 4s and 2 8s, and so I'm just trying to decide if I want to have 3 4s or 3 8s.
Dang.
I feel like I should do 3 8s. I feel like that's what we're doing here. So
Understood.
Exotic words.
All right.
oh, that's a good.
So going with that?
Yeah. let's do it.
Perfect. All right. As you begin to sort of like peer through this, you see that in the midst of sort of the darkness ahead is more swampland, and sitting amidst the swampland is what to you is humongous, but even to your companions would be a very large fish-like creature. It appears like a catfish with these long sort of tendrils, like whiskers coming off its face. Yes, Fillion?
I just hate to interrupt you, but the border is off.
Okay, there is something going on with this. Anyone who knows how things go, is it right now?
Now.
There.
When I move, like if I move a window that is in front of that, it moves behind it.
That's weird.
Like
You need to
I
lock
am
it to-
grabbing like right now I'm grabbing another window, and sometimes it just grabs what's behind it and moves it.
You need to lock the position, in Streamlabs or OBS, whatever.
I love it.
I feel like
Did it draw it on your computer?
don't love it.
I like that idea. Now that I can get into. I am not seeing lock position. I'll handle this later, but
Okay.
it is
There's
so
the-
weird. I don't know why.
There's a lock by the. Never mind.
That'll be for behind the scenes
Okay,
staff to
there we
get
go. I've
whipped
locked it.
for this.
So,
Try turning it off and on again.
No, it's locked. We're good. I saw the lock thing.
so this-
It's literally just a lock. It's the first symbol. What was
is,
happening?
So is the catfish creature looks like a fish, or does it look like a catfish folk?
It is more akin to a catfish folk, but it's very sort of big. So it doesn't. It looks more like a bipedal catfish monstrosity than a humanoid catfish.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And it, however, there is a furry little creature with this like long, kind of like these massive eyebrows kind of going out to here, and he's all kind of like furry and weird, and he has these beady eyes and sharp teeth, and the catfish is sucking on his head. And
Oh,
he has this expression on his face of like I don't know how to feel about this. Oh, something about it's nice, but I want to get out of here, but I'm here.
Oh, I have seen this before. It's a private moment. We should move on.
I've seen many sea beasts in my day, but nothing like this. Everything is too big here.
About how many magics away is it?
From where you are, the readings of magic away aren't coming through clearly because it's somewhat illusory. But it is, you're not like super close to it, but and
Okay.
you guys by now understand how to like skirt around it to maybe enter the reality of the dream. It is definitely a dream. If Asha wants to go up and laugh at any part of it, she's welcome to, but you guys can pretty easily understand the exit point kind of to skirt around it.
We should probably just avoid this. I'm
yes.
not entirely sure what will happen if we interrupt or mock or in some way watch. It may complete. If we
Yes.
do, we should probably just go.
Oh,
So basically the catfish is like, and the thing inside is like,
no. Corinna
No.
goes faster.
Cool.
No.
As you all exit the dream
Oh man.
stealthily, what you come to see is you are standing in a thick, murky, foggy fen. Reeds, very tall, sort of rising up from these kind of alien-looking plants. Unfamiliar to really any of you, Ashi, you'd probably have seen stuff closest to it just on some random planet somewhere. And what you were sort of moving away from is that about filling about 2 magics away from where you guys emerge. You see a massive catfish-like thing sucking on the head of a furry thing with big eyebrows. Both of their eyes are closed and they're both dreaming. So basically this sleeping catfish is like,
Oh,
and the thing inside is like, and both are doing, very kind of interesting noises interesting snore-like noises.
Anybody want to go say hi?
No.
No.
Once again,
We're moving along.
we should interrupt this.
Very well.
This is actually less weird than that city we were in last time, because I've actually seen something like this in the Fairylands.
You probably had for you. Probably sure you said the Fairylands. You're like, yeah, it's not the weirdest thing I've seen. So, if you guys sort of make your way out, you know that you will be close to the vessel in question, based on the way the dreams work. But at this point, how to sort of decide which direction to go. Your options would be to look around and see if you notice anything, to let Asha sort of either smell or navigate you there, or if anybody wanted to just do a luck and see if they pick a good direction. That being said, if you want to do luck, you kind of can't know if your luck is successful. If you have to decide you're going to go with luck, and then that's what you're doing. Does that make sense?
Question
Please.
before we do that. We have no idea like what kind of a vessel it is, right? Like we don't even know if it's airbound or waterbound or anything.
You know
like
that it has like crashed, so it's going to be on the ground.
Crashed. Okay, do we know how recently?
We'll say because he said it was somewhat recent. Yes. Like within a few hours.
Okay. So then can I sniff for like fire, burned metal, burned wood, burned anything really?
You want to sniff around for smells of burning. I like it. You may.
Oh, unless it's like a carriage though. I don't know that would be on fire.
Is this area misty or whatnot?
There is a good bit of mist and sort of kind of like sulfurous smelling fogs and things around here, yes.
I feel good about just going that way.
DJ3 just wants to let the luck lead you guys to
I would
wherever
like
it
to
goes.
sniff for odd, for burning, for damage,
Understood. You want to sniff for odd smells. Very well.
for damaging smells.
Asha, please smell for the scent of damage.
I'm just looking around the area, but if she points in the direction of a smell, I'm gonna look closer at that area.
I'm gonna add 2 die actually.
I think you should probably add some die, given how much you want to succeed on this. You have a lot of dice for smells to start with, though. You can also
That's not very many.
What's that?
4 is not very many.
Compared to 2.
Sure, I mean compared,
double?
yeah. I mean, let's compare it to my sneak. I'll fucking just sneak away every time. So I have 2 4s.
With 2 4s and sci-fi, which is your vibe, and lasers are on that. So if there's any lasers, I will tell you this: you do not smell, Asha, any. You don't smell any burning. You don't smell any like smells of like wreckage and things like that. But you do catch a very minor whiff of. You have no idea what kind it would be, but it's something in the family of. It's the kind of thing that maybe some fuels would smell like. You are not sure. You don't know the natural sense of the swamp. It might maybe it's something they have somewhere, but you definitely smell in a direction. You have a distinct scent of it.
Okay.
I'm looking in that direction. Anything out of the ordinary?
You can make a look roll there if you'd like.
2 2s horror.
2 2s horror. Well, there is mist in the direction, so that's on.
Oh no, not the mist.
I will say that the path that Asha is pointing you on, I'll say that you can see a way through sort of like the thick sort of trees and little things, but you can't see further than maybe quarter mile max, probably more like an eighth of a mile. It's pretty hard, but you could which way you'd try to get through that direction if you're gonna go where Asha's pointing.
Did Asha go the same direction I pointed?
Well, here's the thing about that. I understand you've sent me what your luck was privately. I'm saying that if you're just doing a luck thing,
yeah,
that's like no one else could do anything. If you guys are just leaving it up to luck, you're leaving it up to luck, and you just whatever.
He was just trying to get more evidence under his belt that his luck should be trusted.
Understood. That's true. That being said, with your luck, with the luck that you've told me you rolled,
In my experience, there's no such thing as luck, DJ3.
I'll tell you what, DJ3, you're looking around for
That's
which
a lie.
direction to go, and you're really not sure. You're like, we could go whatever way, but then you kind of like take a step, and you're like, oh, and you realize like you're like stepping on something, and you reach down, and you do pull a beautiful like dagger with this. With you gotta like wipe some water off of it, but there's this like gold hilted dagger with this ruby in the hilt that was just in the swamp, and you just kind of like kicked it.
Oh, sweet.
Pull it up. There you go. That's what your luck gets you.
All right, look at this.
Treasure? Where'd you find that?
Oh, it's just on the ground, right over there.
Do you think you're going to have to stab someone?
You never know.
I mean, you usually do right before you stab them, right?
I don't think I've ever stabbed anybody.
Don't.
But the
Don't.
day is young.
It hurts. I would recommend not getting stabbed. It hurts.
Well, if you stab first, then you not get stabbed.
Yes, that is the usual logic one should apply. Asha is correct.
In my circles, stabbing first usually gets stabbed back by the guy who just gets stabbed.
That
But
means
you
you
might
stabbed
have
in the
to
wrong
do
spot.
it.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. That's the point of stabbing someone, is for them to stab back, and then for you guys to continue that dance for, hundreds of years, and, however long it takes.
He stabs you. You stab him.
You stab
him.
him.
Twice.
You
I-
magically repair
And
the
then he
scars and
stabs
keep
you, and
stabbing.
Yeah, it's not always the sword stabbing, but, it's...
It's like
Oh,
that
yeah.
vampire story that I read.
Real
He
stab
ties you to the
conjugate.
mast of his ship and stabs you with a corkscrew. You tie him to the ground and stab him with your stiletto heels. There's a lot of ways you can stab each other.
All right, let's get going towards this thing and get this thing over.
Agreed.
You don't have very many scars for someone who's been stabbed so often.
Corona's just carrying on.
And I think you're missing where you're supposed to stab.
I think
You gotta
it's
go for
because
the
I'm
vein.
made out of this plastic.
No,
You
it's because
can't
of that when
tell.
I magically healed you, Treason.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Got rid of all their scars. Poor treason. All right, so yes, if
We're
you
not.
guys,
That
I'm trying to
magic was
block
so
that from my
powerful.
memory.
I'm just carrying both of them along.
yeah, you're like, come on, yeah. So basically, Asha, if you'd like to give us a navigate, I assume it would be Asha, unless does somebody have a better navigate track than 5?
Oh,
I think Asha's
Nope.
usually your navigator.
Ooh, 2 6s.
2 6s, great. Clues, always a good thing. So you guys begin making your way through sort of the swamps. I'm gonna roll. You guys sort of begin making your way through the swamps. I would say that you would have to be making an extremely concerted effort to be being quiet right now, because it's such hard terrains, and I'm gonna say, since nobody suggested that, you're not.
No.
So
I'm skating.
you are skating, so you're kind of up a thing, but that's kind of ostentatious in its own way.
Does it make any sound though? The skating?
No, but
I
it's
don't
like
understand what you mean by skating.
he has flying hockey skates.
Sure, Jan.
So
I now
as-
understand less what you mean by skating.
It's like he creates like ice under his feet and skates on them, basically. So he can go up and into directions.
Crazy.
As you guys start walking, sort of in this direction, you hear like a loud splash ahead of you, and a rather small sort of creature, although it seemed like a lot kind of sort of water and muck just flew up around him. But it's this kind of like gnome thing. It's very sort of gnarled. His features are very exaggerated, and he's wearing this massive like red cap that goes sort of swept back over his kind of white, steel wool-like hair. But the cap extends down over his face, and there's eyes cut in it, so it's almost like a mask. And he has sort of landed in front of you, and he's holding a crossbow. And he'll say, "There! Stand and deliver!"
Question.
Yes.
Does the Fairylands I come to have red caps or anything?
You,
Or is it just eyes?
you encountered a red cap or two in your time, and that's what this is for sure.
It's like, oh.
Stand and deliver!
Deliver what?
Your goods
No.
Oh, what?
She a pirate.
Oh, a pirate? Oh, are you a pirate?
Yeah, we're gonna take your goods if there's anything I have to say about it.
Oh,
No.
there will be no exchange of goods here.
I'm a
We're not going
land
to
I have my
exchange them,
swords
Colonel.
and
We're
my-
going to kill him and take them.
No,
Oh, you are going to kill me. Oh, then yeah.
Yes, I know, and I run and I just start stabbing his feet.
Understood. You
Actually,
say,
can she
"Wait,
run in the
this is a
fen?
pirate." So, Treason, give me a move roll under your physicality.
A move?
It's
Okay,
under
so I get-
it's run move.
Yeah, I
sorry,
get-
it's under physicality. Yeah,
I get 3.
get 3 dice on that.
No matches.
Okay, so Treason begins to run, like hops off of Skoo and starts to run, and pretty soon Treason is just kind of there's some just real Treason like sticking into the mud sort of thing. So you're kind of
No.
just cutting
can
through
I-
that.
I'm
Can I-
definitely doing this and just be like, no,
And he's
that's
he's,
Can I
look-
not
pick
him.
her up?
he's like looking down. You're probably like 5 feet away from him, but he's tracking down and saying, "All right, wait, what? I thought my mask was on weird. That thing is very small."
No, let me do it. I'm good
Yeah.
at.
Oh,
she, a,
no.
she a pirate.
Small but fierce.
And can Corinna go and pick her up?
Corinna, you can get to her and pick her up certainly. Yeah.
Okay.
He's got his
Yes.
crossbow trained on you, but
You're
That's just a
very
taste of it.
brave and strong.
I'm
and-
like running off your hand. I'm trying
No.
to keep running off
Oh.
your hand.
okay, Corinna. In that case, if she's trying to do that, Corinna, give me a fine motor skills to trap Treason in your hands.
I'm trying to just
Oh, 2
continue.
5s.
2 5s.
Oh.
Treason, given that you were coated in mud and you already didn't roll well on mud,
Yes.
your attempt to run off, Corinna is able to spider catch you.
Just let me. You just probably feel these like plastic blade things hitting
plastic
your
swords
hands.
are stabbing in your hand.
That is unpleasant. I wish that you would stop.
I'll just
What?
let me
Alright.
do what I'm good at.
That's right. They're holding her back. They're saving your life right now.
That's
Cat.
true.
No, it's not.
It is.
I thought it was true
Yes,
when you
it
said
is.
it, but it's not. Now that you said it, are you trying to lie to me?
Oh, no, I don't know much about her, and I just assumed that it was. To be honest.
You
She's
don't know what
fierce.
I can do.
She assumes that since Villian says it, it's like, sure.
Let
In
her
her
go
way.
then. I'm not afraid.
I don't want her to get dirtier than she is.
You're
Okay.
afraid I'll crush her with my boots. And he pulls this boot, and his boot is this like massive, and now just like there's like moss and mud and stuff just hanging off of it. This big, just metal boot that he's wearing, and he's kind of
How do you walk
teetering
around
on
in
a
the fen in
foot to
that?
do it. Huh?
I think I should.
How do you walk around in the mud with that?
It's difficult.
Oh.
Oh,
But
I'm
if you-
sorry.
Just
Would-
let me at his eye. Let me at his eye, please. Just let me at his eye, please.
All right, Redcap. Are you trying to kill us? Because if not, we're just gonna walk on past. Because I got no quarrel with you.
Do you have anything of value?
No.
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 Not here.
Nah, why are you lying? He turns to DJ3.
I mean, if you want to invest, I have a great
what
investment
the heck?
opportunity for you.
You got treasure on you. You just found it.
Stab him, DJ3.
That is no
Now's the
treasure.
time. Now is the time to stab him.
Stab him!
Don't need treasure.
I see
He
it
pulled
in
out
your
a fire
waistband.
and laid golden daggers. Like, where the hell did that come
He
from?
not
interestingly,
treasure.
your hockey stick you have, he does seem as just mundane, but the gold-plated thing on your, he's saying, give that to me. I rob from the rich.
You're a
Are you
liar.
rich, DJ3?
DJ3, he think you rich.
We're not rich.
I will also add that everything that he's saying to you does seem like his thoughts feel very just like he seems to function in a world in which everyone's place is very clear because everyone knows kind of what's happening. So he's just explaining, most robberies here wind up being pretty non-violent because it's like, oh yeah, you'll kill me if I don't give you this, so here you go. That kind of vibe.
Why don't you just tell us where this crash is?
So I'm gonna just lay it down the line. Listen here. There's 5 of us. There's 1 of you. You can't walk around because they have metal boots. You're not gonna win.
And I do magic.
You do.
Magic that can be dangerous.
Also,
And I can stab you.
there's 6 of us.
I'm counting them as 1. They feel like half a person to me.
You can stab me, it just won't hurt. Well, that's true.
But have you tried stepping on these things? That would wait. You have
That's
metal
even
boots.
Yes, and we don't want to quarrel with you. We just want to find what we're looking for.
You are all very weird.
You're weird.
Yeah,
what do
that's
you
true.
do?
No, I'm normal. You find me weird. You're not from here, are you?
No.
Nobody's usually from where they end up, right?
What? Yes,
Yeah, I'm
they
from out
are.
of town.
You travel?
I don't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Urgh.
You're sorry.
You were born right on that spot?
No, but travel is
Oh, so you're not from here?
So you lied.
no.
Liar.
You calling him a liar doesn't even register. It's like doesn't even register as this. He sort of pauses and he kind of he pulls out a little pulls like a thing dangling from his neck and raises this sort of wooden tube to his lips and blows it, and this very loud whistle is heard.
Oh, come on.
This
Don't do that.
and he says,
Before his cavalry come, I'm just gonna walk away.
"More will come soon. Where are you? Well, you have nothing of value. You're fine. But you give me your dagger.
No.
Oh, then I will shoot you.
Then
No,
I'll
you
shoot
won't.
you.
With what?
It'll happen.
Oh, it will, won't it?
Yeah. Right in the middle of your head.
And you think you'll
I
hit
think
me?
he's bluffing.
100%.
What's bluffing? No. You do think you'll hit me.
I know I will.
But you know I'll hit you, don't you? And you can tell from his mind. In his mind, it's just crossbow bolt right through your eyes.
Does he want to though? Like, is this something that he is okay with or likes doing, or does he just feel compelled to take things from people?
I don't know that he would
He
threaten
doesn't
it if he
understand
didn't
why.
want to do
You
it.
can make a read person on that point. It's detect vibe read person.
Okay. Oh, ooh, 2 6s. Just 2 6s.
You certainly get the impression that this guy, he's not going to just attack for no reason. But anytime he gets to attack people and steal their stuff because he's a bandit, it's fun.
Okay.
You know what? I walked a little bit away, but if they're still not moving, I'm just gonna walk right up to him and then just take the crossbow from his hands.
Understood. So you're gonna go for his crossbow.
Yeah.
All right, Dominic. If you're going for his crossbow, that I guess I would let you say that's a fight
Okay.
roll. So go ahead and make a fight roll.
3 3s and 1 4 so far.
Okay.
2 3s and 1 4 and 2 4s so far.
2 3s and 2 4s.
Okay, so it's 2 3s or 2 4s, so whichever one, fantasy or sci-fi. Let's say fantasy because he feels like a fantasy creature.
Perfect. Okay. So you grab his crossbow, and his crossbow, you are pulling it, but he squeezes the trigger. DJ3, make a dodge roll.
It's a skate on the skates.
I'm gonna say it's a dodge because it's less about you're from total. Oh, I see why you're asking that. Oh,
Yes.
well, your skate is preposterous. Do a dodge. It's a dodge.
Oh man.
This is a.
What if you triple axle and kick it back at?
Yeah.
if you aren't, because you're not. Had you been at all in motion, I would say so. But this is a crossbow bolt goes off.
All right, I will add some die to this.
Understood. In any event, Dominic, you have pulled his crossbow aside.
Now making me eat it.
Hope your luck is good, DJ3.
2 3s.
I will say with 2 3s, you do manage to and at this point now you can kind of be on your states. It was really more a duck than a you're just like
I'm gonna shoot back at him like I said I was.
Okay, so in that case, you may shoot back at him. Go ahead and make your shoot back, Dominic.
What is that roll? Just fight?
That is it's hockey as
Or
well.
hockey.
It's skate shoot,
All right.
it's both. Yeah.
Oh, you shoot with the hockey. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So silly.
Dominic, I would like for you to also make a dodge roll for me. Oh, you're pretty good at those actually.
Okay. This is the first time I've actually fought something. Hey. 2 8s, meta narrative. I saw this coming, I guess.
3 3s.
3 3s.
Because the asterisk means I can change one, right?
With 3 3s. Okay, so a few things happen at once here, Dominic. The first one is unfortunate for you. You know what?
You can choose to miss me if you beat me that badly.
No. I'm gonna read you the whole thing though because he should have 1 penalty given the thickness of the stuff.
Huh.
Okay, never mind. It's still there. So Dominic, you rip this thing away from him, and you're like, oh god, his iron shoe lifts out of this muck so fast. It's like you're almost able to dodge from the stuff, but then into your shin, you are kicked with the most this massive metal boot just directly in the shin. It's so painful. You are going to lose 2 power to prevent the damage from it, just mental pain.
Can you up it up to 5 power? No, for no reason, but to up it up to 5 power lost, so I get a clue.
For no reason.
Tell you what, it's no reason. I will re-roll the damage. If I roll a 5 or a 6, then great. Guess what? I just rolled a 6. There you go.
Hell yeah.
You get a clue. So Dominic, you are I'll say with 6 damage, Dominic, he kicks you in the shin and you crumple, which the good news for you is an arrow from the woods goes sailing over where you were when you just fell. DJ3, that being said, you hit the red cap in the back with this puck, and he's like, oh, he is good. And he sort of falls, kind of whatever. But at this point, I need Asha, DJ3, Corinna. You guys all need to make dodge rolls as arrows are now sailing out of the woods at you. Interestingly, Filian, you don't. And Treason, I guess you're still in Corinna's hands, so...
I'm still in Corinna's hands. Yeah, I haven't moved.
We'll see how Corinna does with her dodge.
So, do I get
now that I am
advantage because I'm half their size?
You're the same size as the red cap, so you're normal fighter size in this area. DJ3, what'd you have?
Now that I'm skating, do I get to do my...
I'll tell you what, now that you're skating, I will give you a bonus on your dodge to get out of the way.
So that's an extra.
It's just one
A
extra.
free extra.
1 extra.
Right.
Yeah. So Corinna, how did you do?
2 2s.
I'm gonna say with 2 2s, do you have I'm gonna give you a choice of what
I got
direction.
the same, by the way, 2 2s.
Asha, with 2 2s, because you are smaller, you can... Corinna,
Right.
I'm gonna give you a choice for the dodging on this. Would you rather avoid getting hit but lose Treason in your ducking, or would you rather keep hold of Treason but maybe be grazed with an arrow?
I'll keep hold of Treason.
Wow.
I'm
Nice.
assuming we've developed a relationship while I've been gone, just hanging out in the Dreamlands.
You have, but Treason takes no fall damage and can't suffocate because she's plastic.
Corinna doesn't know that.
That's fair. Okay, so Corinna, you will. I would say it's only. I tell you what, because you succeed on thing. Also roll a resist harm.
Okay.
Dominic, you are now in the muck and you're avoiding stuff. DJ3, what did you get?
Two 1s.
2 1s. I will say that you also are able to sort of get out of the way, but you're they've shot in such a way that you are a little pinned in where you can skate to.
Wait, where is resist harm?
Resist harm is under your vitality.
Oh my gosh, I can't read.
That's unfortunate. So sorry.
Neither
No.
can treason.
No matches.
No.
You will take 3. You will lose 3 power as you're sort of impacted with an arrow. That being said, you guys are now being besieged by other bandits. What would you like to do?
I
Can I
lost
use-
more than 5 power.
Yeah.
Can I get an insight on this situation?
Yes, the insight on the situation. I'll tell you, here's an insight in the situation. If DJ3 hands over the knife, they will walk away because they've determined that's the only thing of value on you all.
Oh.
Otherwise, you can. Here's the insight in the situation: hand over the knife, they walk away. Don't hand over the knife. You can certainly take them, but you might have some arrows in you.
I'm face back. No.
You're not face down. You fell backwards because you got kicked on the thing.
Okay. So, do I see how
just
many
us.
have attacked her?
It seems like there are maybe 4 or 5 kind of converging around you.
But
guys.
one of them is crossbowless and in the muck.
One of the crossbows and just got hit in the back with a thing, and he's in the muck. But he's that when he gets those boots out, he's trouble.
Okay. So, are there only 3 with crossbows?
No, there's 4 or 5 more
Or-
people with
okay,
bows and
okay,
arrows and
all right.
crossbows coming out. Yeah. Yes,
All
Corinna?
right.
I would like to I guess my staff I made into a walking stick, but make it into its full thing and do a science sorcery protective
A shield. You want to do your shielding?
shield again. Yeah.
I will let you go ahead and do that now. That will cost you 2 power to create
Okay.
one kind of around some of you guys. And then you can roll. You get 4 dice on that roll. Dominic, are you calling anything out to everybody?
I'm gonna ask DJ3. Do you insist on keeping that dagger no matter what?
I just don't want to give it to them.
Fair.
Dominic's respect.
All right. So I'm gonna get up from the muck and address the other 5-ish without the crossbows.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that really evened up the odds, huh? I'm gonna put on my most intimidating face I have,
Okay.
and I say, "All right, you know what? I've taken on more than 5 of you guys at once, probably during some time in the Fairylands. I've killed beings from beyond. Well, someone possessed by a being from beyond the mists or purple stuff or whatever. I'm not sure what that octopus was. So, I assure you, if you fight us now, we'll win. And you won't like how I handle people and stuff I've killed."
Eat them.
Asha's gonna, I
don't know if
just
that's
run
true,
up
but I
into
get
a
a
tree.
feeling.
Asha's gonna climb a tree. Understood. So Asha, go ahead and make a climb roll on a tree. Corinna, what did you get for your defensive bubble, by the way?
2 4s.
With 2 4s, I'll say that you do create a pretty impenetrable bubble. And treason. Oh yeah, you're still holding treason. Okay, so never
Yes.
mind. We don't have any
Right.
comedy of treason running onto the inside of the bubble.
And
Yeah.
Corinna would
Oh.
like to say, I can do worse with this.
Mhm.
To the
Dom-
bandit.
2 5. So Asha's up a tree. Dominic, go ahead and give me an intimidate roll. Also, Filian, are you doing anything at this point?
Magic them.
I have some questions.
Please.
How many of them are there?
There. It seems like more are coming. With your bionicle eye, you see that many magics away, there's additional movement in this direction. All the merry men are eventually coming. Yeah.
Okay.
He whistled.
The name. All right.
And how
Oh.
far away are they from me currently?
Currently,
The ones-
there's one who's maybe 3 or 4 magics from you in the dirt with Dominic. The rest are more 5, 6 magics away. There's some maybe many magics in the distance, half hidden by mist.
Okay, I'm gonna do this. There's I'm going to cast telekinesis,
Okay.
and I'm gonna use it to take the dagger out of DJ3's belt.
See about that.
It's like,
Okay.
Said the magicless human.
I
Think
will
about
say
that.
that a dagger,
It says it can lift 1,000 pounds.
1,000
for an
pounds. So for a
That's
But
why I went with it. That's why I went with telekinesis. Not.
telekinesis.
Is it a
For telekinesis.
is that a Lego pound? Is it like what?
Pierce. Here's the thing, Pierce. Give me a luck roll.
Oh.
Let's see if this dagger.
Just say no, Philip.
No.
Don't ask
Give
me
you.
to
Say
I'm
roll
giving
luck.
you a chance.
Are
I'd
you?
like to- I would like to contest with my own luck roll, please.
It's a.
That's not how it
It's
works.
a pair of horror.
For a horror pair, listen, it's all about the
Pair of
thrills
horror.
and chills, baby. I will say that you certainly can. Yeah, you're. It's a small dagger. Go ahead and make your telekinesis. So spend your 5 power on telekinesis,
Yep.
and then make your magical roll.
Yep.
Now, typically, when this is done, if you're trying to pick up a creature, if it's contested, they do get to make a strength saving throw against it, right?
I believe so.
Okay. So DJ3, your luck will not tie in here. Oh fuck, his physicality's base is 4.
He is a
yeah, that's fair.
hockey player, right?
Yeah.
It's true. DJ, go ahead. What do you got?
Oh, I'm gonna. I'm trying to look. How much does it cost to reroll?
It
Oh, you're
costs.
3 power.
Yeah.
3 power.
Just 3. Reroll the whole pool 3 power.
Okay,
Alright.
we'll do that.
Cool.
So as for me, no matches, but I can reroll retcon one of them to be making a match on a matched horror. So
Okay, so you have a
twos.
2 in horror. Okay, so I think that you've certainly convinced them that you are a scary fighter, and this might be a tough thing. Fillion, how do we do?
Another pair of 2s.
A pair of 2s. Okay, man, a lot of pairs of 2s here. DJ3, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
You feel the dagger on your belt beginning to move. You feel it like beginning to magically be pulled away. At this point, I'm gonna say Corinna and like Asha's up a tree. No one's going for Asha. Corinna is safe. Dominic is rising up out of this, calling out to them, being intense. Treason's safe with Corinna. Phillion's on a robot. Nobody's kind of.
I want to be clear. Corinna is holding her hand flat so Treason can posture with her sword and threaten.
Menacingly.
Understood. All right.
Oh, that's always what I'm doing. Both of them in both hands.
Fillion, your Fillion is Yoda-ing
Is the equivalent of lifting?
trying to sort of pick up this thing, which to you is it's
is an
the size
X-wing.
of a speed. It's not an
Yeah.
X-wing. It's like a speeder probably.
Okay.
Yeah, because an X-wing to you would be that, because that's figure scale. That would be really big. Daggers like this.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh, he's
Well,
gonna
now-
get it. He's
Now
gonna
to think about
Yeah.
it,
Oh
Lego
yeah,
elephants-
that's right. I missed this from theme party.
Yeah.
now to think about it, there are Lego elephants, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
And they don't weigh all that much, so you're lifting the equivalent of 1,000 Lego
See-
elephants or something like that.
Your luck has indicated that it's like a letter opener size dagger.
Okay.
So it's like you're picking up a speeder that's like that big.
Okay.
It's just on the cusp for you. This is the old school when they were still yellow. Okay, so
Excellent.
DJ3, you feel the dagger is being pulled magically from your thing. At this point, however, you've kind of you're sort of more dodging and stuff. Do you want to try to keep it? Do you want to you'll have to do some kind of I'd say a dodge or a fine motor skills to try to keep it in place. To kind
And
of keep
also,
your
I
hand
should-
on it before it's pulled out.
It should be clear. It's not subtle that I'm doing this. It's like
I mean, Fillion is very small. You may not notice him. but
Yeah. Can I just try to grab it and skate away?
You want to just put your hand on the dagger and keep it there.
And then just try to take off.
Understood.
If
Make a
this is
fine
what they
motor
want.
skills roll. Sure.
I'm having flashbacks. I
Well,
which-
if he fights away, if
Two
he
twos.
flies away, then we have no problems here.
You had 2 2s.
Yeah.
All horror.
It's a tie of 2s. You both have horror. Luck off.
Yes.
Luck off.
Seriously?
Luck off.
If he loses to me right now, he should lose his feet. That should
Yes!
be considered losing.
Yes!
Not quite. Not quite.
big.
That'd be so funny.
Nothing.
2
Although-
5s and 2 3s.
Ugh, disgusting.
So him and the dagger flies off.
Basically,
and
he flies off with the dagger, and he sort of flies off with the dagger. They're
Try to get him to chase me.
That was my Super Bowl.
They look up, and they sort of, and the red cap goes, "Hey, he's the one who's got, he's the one with the, but this one took my," and he's trying to grab his crossbow back from you, Dominic.
all right,
Do
whatever.
you
I
resist?
just
If you do that, he just starts.
I was trying to do that just to diffuse the thing.
He starts galumphing sort of off after DJ3.
Ugh.
The rest of you, they're not really paying attention to. He's like, he's got it, and they sort of go.
Sacrifice! Let us find the vessel!
All right, so basically they sort of rush off, and you see like a few other like forest capped people sort of move through. Although it's some very interesting creatures here. It's you're not seeing many like humans or elves or things. You're seeing some kind of strange type.
That's
things.
weird.
Yes.
Do we have a way to communicate with each other when we go on these missions?
No.
Nope.
Of course not.
But we'll get to that in a moment. In any case, so they just rush off after DJ3 in a kind of a get 'em boys way. And pretty soon, Corinna, you've made your bubble. Philly, you've expended a massive amount of your soul to try to pick that up, and it didn't work out. Treason, nobody let you do what you're good at.
Nope.
They
at
let
this
you.
point-
It didn't
Asha,
work.
try. Asha, say you pirate.
It's true. Asha did say you're a pirate. Anyway, Asha's up in a tree, but a few moments pass, and now
All
it's sort
right.
of still by you guys.
Come on, Asha. Let's go. Find this ship.
What?
I say the same thing.
Asha can't hear you. Asha in tree.
Let's find the ship. They're away now.
Can I see any remnants from where I am? Like,
Ooh, oh my God! You climbed a tree. I love
did
it.
climb.
I'll even let you do the air up here. Make another smell roll. You can see what you can sniff out on the higher. See what's risen. See what vapors.
2 more die.
Add 2 more die. Great.
Hey, Fillion, you said you could heal people with magic. Can you heal my shin from that red cap boot?
I suppose. How hurt are you?
About 9 out of 15 is what it feels like to me.
I think Filian, you do really only have the like wizard spells available to you.
How did I heal her before?
It's sort of loosey
You definitely healed me before.
But it was like a time thing, right?
It was
I did
like a
something and I
clean thing.
sped up time. Oh, it was haste. I rolled haste so well. I
You
sped
rolled
up her
haste so well that
metabolism.
you created her metabolism and her
right.
healing factor. Yeah,
That's right.
Haste
That's
is
what
her
it
healing
was.
factor,
That's what it was.
2 4s.
2 4s. So yes, Filian, if you want to say you can attempt stuff, but you probably have less power than that anyway.
I am kind of
Uh,
running a little on empty.
all right,
I promise you it's not worth it. You don't want it. He takes away everything that's good about you.
Asha, from up in the tree, you do.
So many people say that.
You do some sniffing.
Took away what makes me interesting.
You do some sniffing, and sure enough,
That's
you
not
can-
true. You're a pirate.
you can sense that there is a higher concentration of that smell you were smelling, like kind of up ahead where you are. And in fact, go ahead and make a look roll while you're up there as well. You're confident about the direction, but this is just to see if you can see anything through leaves and trees and such.
No match.
No match. You don't know where it is, but you're pretty confident of a direction.
Okay. I think it that way.
Okay.
What?
Asha Tink, it that way.
Oh, okay.
Is it the same direction DJ3 ran off to? By
Uh,
any chance?
no, he went.
Okay.
He went elsewhere. So DJ3. Speaking of which, give me a skate roll.
Okie dokie.
Let's see if you
Gonna
can
real
use them.
Benny Hill this.
Wow, no matches, so I will make one a match.
You can guarantee a match, but you just rolled 6 dice and no matches. Yikes.
Yeah.
Wow.
What will you
One,
make?
You
it a
sound
match?
very
2,
lucky.
3, 4,
Wow.
Did you at least get a
7,
straight?
8.
No, not even a
No, not even a straight.
All right, what match will you make?
I think let's do ones.
Ones. Superpowers, courage, all that kind of stuff. Great. You are trying to do this for your team. So I will say with a 2, you manage to sort of skate pretty well, but you don't lose them. And I do need you to make. I'm gonna have you. It's another dodge, but you get to add a bonus because you are skating so well. But you're basically what's happening is you're skating away and you're drawing them all off. But with only a first degree of success, there's volleys of arrows are coming after you.
Got it. Can I also start getting some elevation? Well, we'll see how this goes first.
Yeah. I think with the skate you've done, because you only got a second degree of success, you're getting away, but like you're trying to go up, but you're just getting hit by willow branches and things, and there's not much. You don't have, you're under a canopy.
2 ones.
With 2 ones, I'm going to give you a half thing here. So you will you're going to take a round down. You'll take 1. You'll need to spend 1 power as kind of an arrow hits you, and you just kind of wince at the last second, so it doesn't do anything too rough. How are you on power right now, by the way?
2 of 13.
Oh my god. Where did all your power go?
I used 4 on whatever first roll I did. I don't remember what that was. And then
That's
I've added
worthwhile.
every
Yeah.
dodge roll.
Every
I
dodge roll
have
you've added some. Okay.
Added
cool.
2.
So the good news for you is there like volleys of arrows. You're going to be able to get to try this in a moment, but at this point, DJ3 is like, well, this is not an open rink. This is you're skating at like Rockefeller Center. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Too much traffic. In the meantime, Asha will Star Wars because it's Asha.
Oh, I guess I could have re-rolled the pool. Oh well. Neither here nor there.
Here nor there. Asha, at this point, you can guide the group along the way that you're going. And as you sort of approach through this area, there you don't sort of notice any other bandits or any other beings, but you do see that up ahead there appears to be something that is like metal, and you see some steam rising in a way that feels kind of unusual. Definitely not
Steam?
like steam coming off of something.
So, but like it's steam, not smoke.
You smell a little bit of burning, but you more smell like steam.
Okay.
You smell some coal as well burning, but yeah. In any event, whatever it is you're sort of smelling is definitely nearby, but you do think there is some other being in the area looking at whatever it is.
So I know we can't lie, but like if we were sneaking around, could they sense?
No,
by
if
our
you
thoughts that we were
sneak, they won't
sneaking
know
around?
you were there at all. No.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not like they're getting a mental ping on you. It's just like when they talk to you,
Got it.
they're yeah.
All right.
So Asha want to sneak. Asha want to see who there.
Okay, Asha's gonna sneak ahead. Go ahead. Is anybody sneaking up with Asha? The Legos can do so without issue if they want to go.
You want any help, Asha?
I'll sneak as well. I have 4 in sneaking.
Go for it, Dominic.
I'm just chilling out with Corinna.
Understood.
Like,
Corinna gets
hey,
you.
girl.
3 2s.
3 2s. Great. Dominic, how did you fare?
2 6s.
I'll say with Asha's really good sneaking, and you, Filian, are you also back with Corinna?
I suppose so. If no one is.
Sure.
Well, I'm probably if your droid is going with you, I'm going with you. But if not, I'm not.
Scoo doesn't sneak. School stays. So you, Scoo, Trees, and Corinna back. So Asha, you sneak forward, and Dominic's kind of like coming up, sort of like maybe like walking a little distance, so you're kind of both taking checks from where you are. You notice that there appears to be the closest thing you can think of is like an escape pod. is about that shape, maybe a little smaller. It's almost like a like in between like an escape pod and like a coffin almost. There appears to be a device. It is covered in brass, which is now spattered with mud. Some parts of it are bent off. There's a few little pieces like bent here at the thing. It seemed to have had a hard impact, but not like a full-on crash landing. There is smoke and steam, but it is covered in these very strange gears and like dials and Dominic, I think the term wouldn't appear to you, but just so you guys understand, it's a very steampunk look. Very kind of like, like wishful Victorian tech. Lots of like dials and gears and brass and sort of, glass things. And there does appear to be like some kind of like window on the face of it. But for the most part,
looks
there a
somewhat
person?
like the technology I'm used to, just in a really exaggerated
yes,
form.
it's like old fashioned for it's like old fashioned 1800s-y stuff. But so like it's like why would they didn't have this stuff then. Asha, there is, however, yes, there is someone near kind of looking at it. They're wearing a robe of some kind, and their face is that of a toucan, some kind of bird person.
Brad.
Who's kind of just like kind of like has a staff that is kind of like tapping at it slightly.
So they don't. It doesn't look like it's like theirs. I guess.
Definitely, their body language, no role required. This is a person who's like, what the fuck is this?
Okay. And Dominic is with me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to scare him off? I can perform something.
Asha, go.
Oh.
And Asha's just gonna walk up, I guess.
Do you call for Corinna to follow as well?
I don't know about call for, but I guess make
you can wave. Corinna's probably watching from things. Yeah.
And she will follow.
Cool. So Asha, you walk up, and this being sort of turns to you. And also, I should mention, anyone talking to you guys, it's always in different languages, but you always know what they're saying because of. But this thing.
It's a good place, right?
The thing turns to you and goes.
A good place.
What? This kind of bird, this bird creature, I will sort of turn around hearing you come, and the bird creature will say, "This is a very strange thing that has fallen from the sky, I think, unless it has bubbled up from underneath the swamp. But it does not seem to be covered enough in mud to have been under there for long."
No. It's not strange to Asha. Asha.
Oh, hello, Asha. It is not strange to you?
Nope.
Oh, good then. All right. Goodbye. And just it walks away.
Bye-bye.
Oh.
Asha will turn around to Dominic. Asha, get.
I guess that works. All right. Dominic rises up from hiding. I'm sort of imagining him just walking towards what he thinks is an empty patch, and then Dominic stands up and then walks right past him.
Perfect.
Is there anyone in the escape pod?
If you look inside, it is kind of fogged up, but go ahead and give me a look roll to see if you can make out anyone within.
Well, can I go up and like unfog it?
Was it fogged from
It
the
would be
Fog from the
fog from the
inside.
inside.
Sounds like getting bogged down in the details. No, I didn't match because I only have a 2. Because apparently looking in a window was really fucking hard.
You think there's someone in there, but you can't make anything out about them.
Can I knock on the window?
And are we there at this point?
Yes, you guys have got up there. Sure.
Asha knocks on the window.
Excellent. Corinna, you see Asha's knocking on the window of some kind of weird capsule thing. Weirdly, it's not super dissimilar from the look of your science sorcery, The look of that is, it's not crazy different. Yes,
Hello? Is someone in there?
Does
Asha
my-
not hurt you, probably.
Go ahead, Fillion.
Does my bionicle eye tell me anything about it?
Your bionicle... I guess your bionicle eye would...
Just masterfully crafted.
Like it would give you theme approximation, like explorers ? It would give you some like theme. Hold on. Has there been a steampunk theme?
No.
There's. Yeah, it would basically say like it would indicate like closest approximation explorers theme ? But it is not giving you a match. You're not getting a direct.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Asha is tapping on it. We're gonna check back in with DJ3, who's I really hope DJ3 doesn't die here.
Getting winded.
You sound very lucky. I don't know. Sounds like someone should be making smarter choices.
DJ3,
Hey!
my friend.
Should just let me take the dagger, man. I wasn't gonna give it to them.
DJ3, my friend. Go ahead and do another skate and shoot.
All right.
Skate and shoot.
Couldn't be worse than the
I
last.
may have to, guys. I may be shifting my strategy here, and maybe DJ3's dodges will also be skates and shoots, because maybe with a penalty.
I know.
'cause
He's lucky enough to let that work. I don't think he needs any more
okay,
help.
Fair enough. KJ
3
says
sevens.
he'll die. 3 sevens.
Jesus Christ.
Now that's more like it, Mr. Jolly. Not only that,
Comedy.
7 is comedy. So DJ3 does a DJ3, I'm gonna say you somehow do the equivalent of you go through some like dark hole because of how like well you sort of like skate, sort of skate around it at the last second. They all run directly into like a rock.
Ah!
You did the equivalent of
Suckers.
like painted a tunnel and ran through it and they hit it. So the point is you have lost them. So the good news is no one else is shooting arrows at you. The bad news is where the heck are your friends? DJ3, give me a luck roll. Let's see if you find your way home.
All
There
right.
you go.
There it is.
KJ doesn't like me anymore. She also didn't earlier.
It's an appropriate place to put it.
3
I
ones.
just think he never should have been given the damn.
3 1s he rolled.
Hero.
Hero.
This is the hero of the day.
Don't- Don't act like it's your superpower. I'm sorry. Absolutely fucking not. You wanted to be a hockey player, you're a hockey player. You just happen to be lucky. It's not your whole thing.
In the meantime, Asha, you are tapping on the glass and saying hello, hello, hello. And after a few moments, the shape inside begins to stir slightly.
Asha, you may want to move back
Why?
in case the hatch opens.
And sure
And
enough,
someone.
big bursts of steam start sort of shooting off the
Wait.
side of it.
Corina, did you make that happen? Because I was
No.
about to make that happen.
No, I didn't.
Asha, do you get off the top, or are you gonna just stay
Yeah.
on it? Okay, Asha, if you hop down, the thing pushes back, and a figure sort of puts a hand on it and moves it up. And sitting up in place is this sort of man, this human. He's got like sideburns. He's dressed in like a sort of old-fashioned suit or something. And he's
What-
Sort of, Corinna?
Is it something that I would recognize?
It's a human.
Right, but a suit that Corinna would recognize. A spacesuit.
It's not a spacesuit.
Oh.
He's wearing like an old-fashioned like
Like
cravat.
a steampunk or just like a.
Oh, a literal suit.
suit,
Never
like a
mind.
steampunk sort of suit. He sort of
Oh, he's well dressed.
Sorry, Greta. He sort of sits up and kind of has this kind of. His eyes look very gaunt. He's also bleeding slightly from his head.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Does he also have like just the way you're describing him is like does he have gray hair? Does he look like Dr. Holden Thane?
No,
But
his
as a
his,
human?
His hair is dark. His hair is
Oh, okay.
is a darker color. He sort of sits up and he's got he seems tall and kind of long, drawn features. And he sits up and says, "Oh dear, are my calculations off? No, it's impossible. Must have been the opium. Oh,
Asha will kind of like stand behind him, I guess, because I assume because she's short, he's gonna see everyone else before Asha.
he'll sort of. I mean, he's just sitting up in his pod, like in the top half of it. As he's
Oh, okay,
looking
never
around, but
mind.
he notices Corinna and says, "Oh dear,
Hello.
I must be off course. Oh, hello. Oh,
Oh,
I'm
where
hearing
were
in
you?
my mind. Oh, wait,
I'm sorry. What?
You are speaking English, aren't you? How interesting.
Oh, I don't believe I'm speaking.
Oh, no, you
Yeah.
are. You certainly are. He kind of pulls out a pipe and starts putting his pipe in, and then
Very well. Where are you from?
London, of course. But now I'm from here, or somewhere around here at least. And he sort of thinks his way out and says, "Oh,
Ah,
you're carrying two. The two of you don't go together at all." He sort of points from Corinna to Dominic and then sees Asha. Oh no, she's something completely different, isn't it? Ah, I understand.
Thank you.
You're multiversal travelers, aren't you?
So you know this multiverse too.
are you?
It's elementary, of course I am.
Oh shit.
I can't believe how long it took me. Okay.
I knew it.
He reaches in and pulls out
Who are you?
I'm Sherlock Holmes, of course.
Should I know that name? Do I know that name?
I was gonna say, does Asha know that name?
Asha does
Treason
not
will
know the
ask,
name.
or Corinna will ask Treason, do you know that name?
Absolutely not. I don't remember anyone's names.
It would have had Sherlock Holmes.
She's there. She's speaking. I think though it exists.
Yes,
I
I
think it's.
absolutely can speak.
I think Treason and Filian probably don't know Sherlock Holmes. He'll sort of walk over and say, "Oh, now that is interesting. Ah, yes, you are certainly a multiversal party assembled by." In fact, none of you are trying to kill me right now. I'm going to assume Henry Lovestone.
Well, the day is young.
Corinna will like clutch her staff and say, "Who are you sent by?
What is that?
Okay.
Who were you sent by?"
Oh, I came here of my own volition, of course.
Did you come to conquer this place?
No, not at all. But
He doesn't have the muscles to do
I was
that.
not
Anyway,
trying to
you
come
know,
here. Where am I? Do you know the name of the place? Based on the look of it, I'm suspecting I'm somewhere in
We
the Wishwood
are
cluster.
in gender soup.
Gender soup. Do you mean Gender Sul? Ah, yes. Of course, I've read about it.
Gender soup.
Gender soup.
I've often thought that gender is kind of like a soup.
Fortunately, though it is amusing what you just said, small bear creature, I assume from some sort of Star Talesy area.
How
I
do
can
you know
understand you perfectly
everything
with
but don't
mine.
know Ewok? Sorry, continue.
Oh, he doesn't know it. He's never been to that plane, of course. He doesn't exist there yet. But he will. He's a master mage. He's going everywhere.
okay, so I guess we found the arcane abomination. Is that it?
No, I'm a master
Oh,
mage.
should we-
but Not. It seems that you are informed on certain
Ah.
things.
Do you?
Prove it! Do some magic!
I can't do magic. Oh, very well.
You're not a
let's see.
fucking mage!
Oh, very well. Let me perform some magic, and then he will proceed to. I'm not going to do it because it's already 9:23. He looks at each of you and describes your entire lives to you. You know, in that way of like. He says to Dominic, he's like, "Ah, I see. Yes, of course. You used to be in a world that was entirely without color, so that means you are clearly from the Grenadine universe. Dominic, I'll say you have heard of Sherlock Holmes. He's a character who exists in your world, much like Dracula."
I thought it was just a Dracula only thing. It's like, huh, okay.
Asha, he can explain. You're a spacefaring thing. Clearly, you're some kind of mechanic. You know, he just goes through the stuff, does this. Corinna, he explains you're from a world where X Y. He does the Sherlock thing of explaining everything about each of you. Is that enough for you, small
Wait,
plastic
if
mage?
you're Sherlock Holmes, can you discombobulate at will?
Oh my
Want a
god.
demonstration.
No.
I'm a little stunned from this, but I have enough in me to discombobulate
Okay, well,
if necessary.
Sherlock, is it?
Yes.
Or Mr. Holmes?
Mm.
Can you deduce where the arcane abomination here might be?
You believe there is an arcane abomination here?
There might be.
You were sent, just for the record, you guys were sent to find a multiversal incursion.
Multiverse.
I know, but he also mentioned that there might be a new arcane abomination.
No, he
In
said
the Dreadlands.
In the Dreadlands. He has to
Not
pay
here.
attention because in the Dreadlands there's a new one, but he can't see that.
I'll take it back. Well, can he just say no?
He did. He said I have no knowledge of that, but the idea is if you're looking for a multiversal incursion, you found one. It's him.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Trying to get
Mr.
extra credit.
Mr. House,
Yes.
Asha, you need this ship. It's yours.
It was mine, but as I said, it has not sent me where I need to go. I'm not in the right cluster, so there you go.
So
I already
Asha,
exist here in Wishworld, just in a different form.
so Asha, take.
I suppose if you can, you're welcome to it, certainly. You're a mechanic of some kind, I understand. At this point, DJ3 skates in out of the trees.
Oh,
just-
welcome back.
I just had this vision of like, we're not here to kill you, and DJ3 just comes rushing in with the dagger. Just stabs him in the back.
I'll say, no.
Sherlock Holmes prepares to discombobulate, but then DJ3 shows up anyway.
All right, so I guess as our jobs at what is our job? Wait, are we even paid to do what we need to do? Anyway,
Yes, sure. We have
Asha
paid.
paid in good times.
Do we leave now?
Yes.
We bring
Corinna will
him.
put the
We
two-
just came to observe, right?
Asha
No.
is going to like
Wait,
latch
where are you
onto
going?
the ship.
Where are you going?
Home.
How do we know we can trust you?
I'm Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, it's Sherlock Holmes.
the
Who
least
is
trustworthy person in
that?
Sherlock Holmes.
I'm the
He's
greatest
great.
detective in the world. In the multiverse at this point.
Well,
It's
how
like,
can we
which-
contact you?
Then
Where are you
find
going?
us.
Where are you going?
Shouldn't you know that?
If I had to make a guess, I
We're
would say
going to our
some
little
sort
He
hub.
detective, not psychic.
of dream space that Lovestone is the one who sent you. It's who am I assuming?
Wait a
Based on the
minute.
eclectic nature of who you all are, it's my guess, my best guess.
Yeah, come with us.
I will accept your invitation, as I am not where I meant to be, and I would rather be there than here, because there is another me somewhere in this cluster, and that could get complicated. But,
Asha is gonna latch onto the ship.
yes, oh, very good idea. How do you travel? Do you simply dream walk out, or do you have some kind of release valve?
Oh no. I suppose.
Or do you smoke opium? Sometimes I dream.
No,
walk through.
Dominic, hold
Wait,
his
do you
hand.
have
I mean-
opium?
Wait.
I hold
Before
his
you do-
I hold his shoulder.
All right,
We can
you
do
can
that
go.
when we get
DJ.
home.
That being
You can
said, if
calm
you
the-
guys all go and like grab onto his vessel thing, onto his
Asha, hold
pod,
ship.
If you guys
Wait, what
if you guys get
Was
around to
DJ
the
gonna
pod-
say something? Sorry.
Go ahead, DJ.
I was gonna ask Sherlock if he wanted this dagger.
No,
Let me
don't,
see.
don't. No.
Let's look at the dagger. The craftsmanship is
so
not
real.
particularly of interest. The blade is dulled from extended period underwater. This gemstone is unlikely to be worth much outside of people who simply like a shiny thing, so it is pretty much worthless unless.
Huh.
But
I'm just gonna Titanic it into the swamp.
perfect.
Oh,
All of that for nothing?
all right. And Karina will just tear the page.
All right.
My hands on Herlock Sholm's shoulder.
Herlock Sholmes.
After Corinna tells the tears the page, and I'm just
DJ3, don't you think that's worth money? Aren't you trying to raise a bunch of money?
He said I don't need this money. I need other money.
I got.
Yeah, but don't you think it would be
Great
valuable to sell?
So I imagine we're disappearing from this universe, and they're
Well,
arguing.
as you're sort of disappearing from this universe, also, so Asha, who is holding on to the thing? Sherlock Holmes will put a
Asha
hand
is.
on it. Asha is putting a hand on
I'll
it.
put a hand on it.
Okay.
I put the Legos
Sure.
here.
I'll probably sit
Sure,
in it. Actually,
I'll
'cause-
find a place that like I can clip into.
Perfect. All right, cool. I'll say with enough of
pretty
you
good.
on it and the thing, you do actually find yourselves back in the Dreamlands. Unfortunately, now you do have this heavy thing to sort of push. If
But
you want to sort of
it
get
dream.
back.
Asha can lift anything in dream.
Ooh.
Oh. Is that how you think the Dreamlands work, Asha?
That's how Asha dream work.
It seems that Henry Lovestone does not explain things. You are actually here.
He,
This
he
is not
explained
you.
very little.
Oh.
Yeah, he explains as little as I am in this world.
Well, I look forward to meeting him.
Are we in our Dreamlands now?
You're
or
back in
back
like the, you're on the part where you have to walk a few miles. So now you're walking a few miles.
Can we
pushing
call
this
this-
thing?
So,
Well, Asha, can you fix it and perhaps fly it?
uh,
How big is this
yeah,
thing?
yes, but it probably faster to just dream up a wagon and
I
put
will
It in.
I will instinctively cast Tensor's floating disc and be disappointed.
Tensor's floating just could pick up like a quarter.
Oh,
Sherlock Holmes will say, fascinating. So, Asha, if you spend some time trying to like dream up a conveyance, you find that that's not really how it works. Since you guys are physically in the Dreamlands, you don't have that sort of transformative power.
Just go ask Mrs. Goddard. I'm sure she has what you need.
Okay, we'll leave it here. And
I don't.
Oh, we'll simply
I
push
don't-
it, it's fine.
Push.
can I use wind or anything?
Honestly, between wind and the strength of some people, and Asha, tell you what, give me a mechanics roll or whatever we have for whatever we said is to do that.
Operate equipment.
Sure. Give me an operator.
Oh, I do have mechanics knowledge. That's a +4.
Do half of that, so add 2 to your operate equipment.
So 8 die.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Wow.
dice.
Okay.
My goodness. DJ3 threw it away. That's so good.
Amazing.
Didn't need it.
I'm really glad DJ3 didn't die, by the way. That would have been kind of a bummer.
It's very
Okay.
close. Still,
I got-
still sitting in this thing.
I almost died just trying to grab that dagger.
Yes, Asha.
2 7s, 2 4s, and 2 1s.
All right, which would you like to go with? Ooh, you know what? Yeah, which one
4?
did you go with for your main one? But I'll let the others be additions.
4 for sci-fi.
4 for sci-fi, perfect. So I will say that because you have multiple kinds of successes, you're able to fix a few parts of it that will give it some degree of like steam power. You're able to like power it to some extent, so it's an easier push. Remember how when Han Solo's like on the floating thing and they can just like, it's like a hover sled you basically turn it into.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. So eventually, you guys lead Sherlock Holmes.
As we're on our journey, I'm just gonna quietly, now that we're no longer in a psychic world,
Yeah.
to treason, just treason.
Sure.
I'm just gonna say, I don't trust him. First of all, that was not magic. It was definitely the work of a devil. Also, if I think about it, he just did all of that when he could in a place where he could read all of our minds. So I'm just saying, keep an eye on him. We might have to kill him in his sleep.
Already on it.
I knew I could count on you.
Always.
I like Treason like looking at her sword and being like, choking hazard, huh?
Keep out of reach of small children, you say.
Wonderful. So with that, guys, it's 9:30. Do you want to extend this and have Henry meet Sherlock, or shall we
Yes.
save that?
Well, I
Yes?
want to.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Well, it won't take long. You guys return to the park. Henry sort of walks out and says, "So, how did... Oh, dear." And Sherlock goes, "Mr. Lovestone, I presume."
We found the guy.
We did it.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
I
we
see.
brought back your thing.
You brought the multiversal incursion, the burgeoning master mage, here to secure... Okay. Well, Mr. Holmes...
Perhaps you should be more clear next time about
Literally with everything. Be more clear.
boundaries.
Okay,
Yes.
that's fine. Mr.
We
Holmes,
do really good with instruction manuals,
Well,
like very
yes.
clear directions.
I right, I understand. For you to...
Actually, no.
well,
Asha can make up her own rules.
That is why we're here. We followed Asha's rules.
Of course. Mr. Holmes, welcome to this sort of safe haven we have here. And you've brought some conveyance, and Holmes will say, "Yes, you see, I was trying to travel the multiverse in a sort of different way. There are realms even a master mage such as myself cannot quite reach, and I was curious as to, well, as you know, there are many things going on. Summoned characters, I assume." Yes, that was from, he sort of points to DJ3 and Nova. They did it. And, fascinating.
You're
Well,
welcome.
thank you for your assistance. I was not trying to reach Wishworld, as I've told you on many occasions, I already have a version of myself sort of there, operating. And having two of me in one place can be... Henry says, "What can it be? I am curious about that. Well, how is it? Because most master mages aren't going to be personally... Precisely. You'll figure it out, don't worry." Henry goes, "Of course." Sherlock says, "So I'm free to stay here as I plan my next move." I suppose so, yes. Wonderful. So, your team, do you all still speak in the same language, speak in the same tongue here?
You guys say a lot word, but Asha still not understand.
I'm just confirming that now if you create any sort of strange misspeeches, such as gender soup, I will no longer immediately know what you mean, even though, of course, I will, because my intellect is so swift that I can deduce what you intended to say very quickly.
Oh, really?
You're reminding me of a certain rat folk who thought he was smarter than everyone else. Then he took color away from everyone.
Oh dear. Well, suffice it to say, I've no interest in taking color away from anyone. My pursuits are much more intelligent than that. Yes, little Lego thing. What did you want to say? Little
Oh,
trick man?
no, I was just saying, so none of that was worth you saying, because if we misspeak, you'd understand us anyway, so it doesn't matter if we all speak the same language or not.
Just because I will understand, I would prefer you not misspeak in my presence, that's all. We must have some decorum about these things, mustn't we?
You're an arrogant son of a bitch.
Indeed, but I can back it up.
Asha speak perfectly.
Perhaps on your world that is true, in which case, I don't envy your world. So, he sort of sits down.
Wow, he
on a
really is
bench.
British.
So, what is it you're all up to?
I don't know. Ask him. I said
Oh,
Well,
20.
now
Most of
Asha gonna turn this ship into who knows what.
Well, you have my blessing and for
I
your
don't
assistance.
think she needed it.
Do with it whatever you will.
Yeah, that plan.
Yes,
You know what?
Douglas, you were about to say something, I thought.
I'm gonna go hit the jacuzzi.
Oh yes, you do look a little arrow grazed. I must think of many things. Henry kind of like walks away from him and sort of goes to some of you and says, "All right, so yes, he is probably not an enemy, so I will just explicitly."
Are
say-
you certain? Because I very much want to kill him.
Well, okay, well, don't try, because he might. Don't try because the laughter he will reply to that attempt with might hurt you too much.
But do. There is no
Don't
try.
Don't.
Only
No,
do.
that is a licensed theme you are unaware of yet, I think.
You know,
I
they say
hear that.
I was
failure,
just
the,
like, get that.
failure the greatest teacher is, so eventually I will succeed.
All
You
right.
know?
My friends. So, Corinna, I want to state this clear because you're right. I never said before. In general, the fact that he is here is fine. He probably could have found his way here if he wanted to. Now he's here, I doubt he will get too much in the way of our plans. Is there something wooden I can knock on? What have I done? And knock on the wood thing.
She'll hold out her staff, actually.
It's not wood, dear. It's
Well,
made
close
of
enough.
or metal. So here's the problem.
Okay.
In the future, if you ever have occasion to bring Dracula or Maisie here, or any agent of this entity who is unseen by me, or anyone we suspect could be such an agent, Orlando, Betty Biobelcher, etc., please do not. He's here, that's fine. It's all right, it's done. Don't bring
Corinna
Dracula
will
or
turn
Maisie.
around to the group and say, "Now, did everyone hear that?"
No.
Hey, maybe this. Maybe we just, whenever you're sending us somewhere, like just give us either kill, bring back, or leave alone as instructions.
No, because my dear wizard, I'm sending you places where I don't know what the situation is. I'm sending you
about-
places where you have to make these decisions.
Okay,
I'm
so
just-
then what you're saying then
Yes.
is the safest thing we can do is always choose to kill first.
No, no.
Beginning to
That's what I heard.
right.
Oh dear.
Well, okay, yes. You two, given the fact that you two really can't kill people as easily, I'm a little less worried about this, but please, everyone else, do not listen to that plan, alright? Yes, DJ3.
Oh,
look,
yeah,
look
what?
terrible.
It wasn't great. I saved the day though, so don't worry.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah. We what about just some comms when we go out there so we can, talk to each other or talk to you?
Oh,
Um,
I could telepathically bond us next time.
Oh.
No one ever asked.
oh, that's a great idea, yes, Philip. And in certain realms, I'm sure Osh could throw some comms together and, in depending on the setting or depending on the location, if it would make sense, absolutely, for sure, yes. Good
Asha
thought.
can do that in any realm.
DJ3, excellent thought on something for the future. I appreciate being able to count on you. So, thank you for this, everyone. I'm going to try to sort of discuss things with our Master Mage guest, and interesting day here. Thank you all. I do think, though it is possible some new problem is about to crop up, we may need to try to follow up one of our previous leads, such as Orlando or Betty Biobelcher. I hope he doesn't want to tag along. All right, well, toodaloo. He kind of goes back to
Good luck.
Sherlock.
Treason.
Thank you. Yes.
Treason.
No.
No, what they're holding is their seed.
They can't-
and-
You're just seeing me like this. Like,
It's just this.
But they can't even go across them.
Kill him in his
basically
sleep.
just turning my whole body like this.
Wait for him to be in an opium haze, and I'll fly into his throat.
That's right,
Bill
Quill.
always knows what to do.
See, that's why I assumed they were talking about murder, and the crow or whatever it is confirmed. So
He's a cockatiel. One
I
of the,
don't-
the parrot types.
we don't have those.
Get it right.
Oh,
Get it right, purple lady.
get it right.
So, on that note, anybody else have any last?
Nonsense.
Dragging myself to the jacuzzi.
Sure. All right.
I'm helping Asha fix up that thing because I'm missing my
Yeah.
what is it? My car.
It's probably like
Asha
Okay.
no fix up. Asha repurpose.
Yes, and I want to feel driving again because I have a 5 in drive and I want to drive something.
Oh God, yeah, we should let you drive in our next. I gotta remember that. All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much. That is where we're gonna end this episode, where, not much happened and also a lot happened. It's one of those. The short version is you found Sherlock Holmes. The long version is DJ3 saved the day.
Save the day.
I have a question
Please.
that is kind of relevant to this and kind of not. Is there a new arcane? Oh wait, it just occurred to me. Oh, but wait. Okay,
I
never
feel like you
mind.
just had a full conversation with yourself.
and I just
I
figured it
kinda wanna know
out.
what
She has a mustache now.
You changed. Ah!
That was your Gollum switch.
She
between
did.
conversation. But did I?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Yes, I did. Yeah.
No, I just figured it out. But I do now have another question that I'll ask you off stream.
Fair enough. Well, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I know it's a little late, so we'll kind of go through our wrap up quick here. Join us on Wednesday for Top Flight Tales. On Friday for Blood from a Stone. Now with players again. Last week we didn't have any players, but we still had fun. On Sunday we're back with Strange Lore, and 1 week from tonight we are back with this game to see if finally can the lantern in the gate make it over the thing. I have a feeling that everyone will just vote against it instinctively, just so it's the true Susan Lucci.
The
Look at it.
audacity.
I know. Go to our YouTube to watch old episodes, our Discord to communicate and to vote on the mission for this game, and go to our wiki that Sophia has put together and others have helped with to see how these games all connect with each other. Follow all these wonderful people for all the cool things they do online if they have social presences and all that stuff. But otherwise, yeah, thanks so much for watching. If anybody wants to plug anything, they can, but cool.
I will do one quick Mansukas because I just remembered it existed.
Sure.
Check out an animated series from when I was a child called Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd Century.
Oh, I know that
Yeah,
well.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a fun one. I
And
remember that
that's
show.
you now know all the lyrics to the theme song.
Just repeat that over it. There you go.
Yeah.
You can do it as spoken word poetry. It works great. All right. Well, thank you all so much. This was a lot of fun. Until next time. Sweet dreams.